Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. I'm Father Steve Sellers, and this is Dot, my rescue puppy, and she's got what I guess is a sort of a doggy popsicle. It's not a real popsicle, it's got some rawhide and a couple of little chewy things on it, and she's thrilled today. And this is our brief daily message of hope. And happy Monday to you today. I pray that you're in a good spot today. I've been thinking about a lot of things this morning going through my mind, and one of the songs that's percolating out is the great song in the mid-1960s from Paul Simon called The Sound of Silence. And I've been thinking about how we communicate with each other and how silence is a very popular and well-known form of communication. And depending on what facial expressions we put with it, it can indicate a lot of things about us. And I'm a big proponent of smiling, having joy in our heart. Smiles communicate so much to others. Smiles communicate that we're accepting of someone else, that we are paying attention to them, that they are important to us, and that we are content with that. When we smile, they communicate a lot to others, smiles do. And when it's combined with being silent, it even manifests and multiplies the feeling of love and acceptance we have for someone else. The Sound of Silence, Paul Simon's wonderful song from 1965, took the world by storm. And there's no accident behind that, because we understand silence. It can mean acceptance and approval, or it can just mean that we are detached and aloof, depending on what facial features we show with that. Smiles are so important, and so is silence. You know, the greatest moment in early radio history occurred in the 1930s on the radio program that Jack Benny did, the great comedian Jack Benny. And it was radio, so you couldn't see anything. You just heard what was projected at you, and you responded to it. And there was a scene in one of his programs where a robber came up to Jack Benny and stuck a gun at him and said, "Hey buddy, your money or your life?" And of course, Jack Benny's persona on the radio was being a miser and hoarding money. And when the thief said, "Your money or your life," total radio silence. And the longer the silence went, the funnier it was. And finally, Jack Benny said, I'm thinking about it. And it was a classic moment in radio history. Now, if someone is silent and smiles at you, smiles are so important. There is an old Chinese proverb that says, a man without a smile should never open up a shop. And that speaks volumes. Smiles are warm and accepting. And so our challenge today is to know that the Lord smiles upon us. He finds great delight and joy in us. And we need to smile back at Him today and smile at those around us. Because when we do that, we are communicating love and joy simply with a smile. And so I hope you have a blessed Monday, and God willing, Dot and I, with her new popsicle, we'll see you here tomorrow.